So here's the box itself. What we have, of course, is the name of the product, which is Realme XT, and we can see the two main features, 64 megapixel quad camera and VOOC Flash Charge 3.0. So we can see that there is a quad camera setup over here at the back, a module that sticks out with 4 distinct cameras, and we can also see that this phone has an in-display fingerprint sensor based on this icon over here. That's all the information that there is on the outside of the box. Because this is a pre-release unit, there aren't any icons or any sort of text on the back. What we can tell you right now is that when we open this box, we'll have the Realme XT in its variant with 8GB of RAM, 128GB of storage, and we'll have the pearl blue color option. So let's take a look at it right now. So we've lifted off the lid, and of course the first thing that we see is this little paper folder, and what is inside it is a semi-transparent smoky colored case which has a very rough texture on the inside, which should help with grip. We've also got this little leaflet over here with a bit of information that you might want to read before getting started. Next, we have the phone itself in another layer of protective plastic. And of course, the first thing we want to do is turn it on. So let's do that and then leave it to one side while it boots up. Lifting off this next little cardboard piece, what we can see here is a USB cable. And let's just double check to make sure that it does in fact have a Type-C cable. Now the charger that we see over here is pretty large, but it has UK style pins, and that's most likely because this is a pre-release unit, so the one sold in India will have the appropriate design. Now we can see that this is a 5V 4A charger. It is relatively compact, but this should charge the phone pretty quickly. There's yet another little cardboard piece over here, and in that we have the SIM eject pin, and that's about it. That's all that we have inside the box. So with that done, let's push all of this aside and take a look at the phone itself. Let's quickly go through the setup process, choose our language, and in just a few taps, we're ready to start using this phone. Let's check out what we've got. So this is specifically version 6.0.1 of ColorOS running on top of Android 9. Realme has gone with an AMOLED screen with this model. As you can see, there's a water drop notch on the front for the 16 megapixel camera. This unit of ours also has a screen guard pre-applied. We are not certain whether the retail units will ship with this, but it seems likely. Let's take a look at the rest of the body of this phone now. So the new Realme XT will be available in pearl white and pearl blue, and this of course is the blue color option. We can see that it has an iridescent finish. There are streaks of purple that appear as we tilt it around under this light. We can see one camera here highlighted, although this is the main 64 megapixel camera. We also have one wide-angle camera, one depth sensor, and one dedicated macro camera, which is much the same as the Realme 5 series. The top has nothing but a secondary microphone. There's a power button on the right with a bright highlight so you don't miss it. On the left we have the 2 buttons and the tray. Let's have a look at which slots we get with this phone. So there we have it. We can now confirm that there are 2 discrete nano SIM slots as well as a micro SD slot for storage expansion. And finally, on the bottom we have a USB Type-C port, a single speaker grill, and a 3.5mm audio socket. So here are a few more details about Realme XT. The processor inside is the same Snapdragon 712, and there are 3 options in terms of storage and RAM configurations. There's the entry-level variant with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, another middle variant with 6GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, and finally the top-end one that we have here with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. There's a 4000 mAh battery, and VOOC 3.0 fast charging is supported. We've got Gorilla Glass 5 on the front as well as on the back, and the frame of the phone is made of plastic.